Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a teacher Q&A, and I had you guys ask me some questions over on my Instagram. So if you're not following my Instagram, definitely go follow me over there so you can ask me any questions and you may be featured in another video. I'm gonna kind of be shorter because I filmed this video twice already and I was so long-winded, so I'm gonna kind of try and, rein it in a little bit. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started. And if you're new here, my name is Rachel. I'm gonna be a second year first grade teacher, and I would love it if you would stick around. I'm about to do classroom setup and so many more exciting things. So hit that subscribe button and let's get on with the first question. All right, question number one is, what is your morning meeting like? And I like to have the same exact morning routine every morning so that it's just like consistent for my kiddos. And so they come in, they do morning work, and then when we hop into morning meeting, I do the routines and procedures every single morning. I go right into that and I make sure that I'm very thorough with that. And then we do whatever day it is of the week. Monday, we do Memory Monday. Tuesday is Tell All Tuesday. Wednesday is Would You Rather Wednesday. Thursday is Thankful Thursday. And then Friday is always Fun Friday or Fidget Friday. I just let them play with fidgets during morning work time. And then we do a bunch of tests that morning, so we don't really have a morning meeting, but there's other things you can do. And so that's kind of what my morning meeting looks like. I just go around and ask them whatever question it is for that day. Except for Would You Rather Wednesday, I'll have like a Would You Rather on the board and then get up and move around a little bit, or we'll do a Would You Rather brain break. Okay, things to do on the first day of school. I love the first day of school, you guys. Like, it's my favorite day of the whole year, I want to say. It's just so fun, and it's so exciting as like a new teacher too. Like, this is only my second first day of school ever, so I'm just so excited. But my main things I would say to do on the first day is a bunch of getting to know you activities and drilling in those routines and procedures. I remember last year we spent so much time on the first day of school doing that, but definitely do a bunch of getting to know you activities. I have a bunch over on my Instagram. You can do a bunch of crafts. You can do a bunch of like routines and procedures. Definitely take like a tour of the school. And something I had never thought about, but I did, and I'm so glad I did, is definitely do a tour of the lunchroom and like how they're gonna do lunch before you get to lunch. So that was like one of the first things I did during the day that morning, because we go to lunch at 11. I went ahead and went around like 9, and we went through the whole lunch process, exactly what they're gonna be doing. We went through like a mini day. We like went to where we're going to be dismissing later that day and kind of went through all of those routines and procedures together and really just like drilling those in. But it was so fun, and we did like jitter juice, and we did a bunch of like songs and pictures. Always take their pictures like holding a little sign of some sort that says like first day of whatever grade, and that's just always so fun. But it is seriously the best day ever. Okay, this one says, where do I start to get lesson plans going? I would say just start with your curriculum books. Your curriculum books are going to be so helpful because it'll always say Unit 1, Day 1, Unit 1, Day 2, and that always helped me know exactly where I should be at my curriculum. Talk to your team teachers and see where they're at, and that'll help you with your lesson planning. But lesson planning is very like scary when you think about it, but like once you actually start doing it, it's not scary, and you'll get the hang of it pretty fast, and your curriculum books are going to help you so much. I love this question. It is, any practical classroom management tips you wish you would have known your first year? And absolutely, and the biggest one, and this is what I tell anybody who is about to be a teacher, so if you're watching this and you're about to be a teacher, this is something that I cannot stress enough, is do not reward expected behavior. And it's as simple as that. If that's one of your expectations and one of your rules in your classroom, don't reward them for that. And just know that like you don't have to, because it's what's expected of them. So definitely just don't do that, because it'll get exhausting. It can get expensive if you're constantly having to buy rewards and stuff. So it'll just be way better for you if you don't reward expected behavior. Okay, how to introduce independent work time / make it effective. I definitely say at the very beginning of the school year, go over exactly what the routine would look like and the expectation of independent time. We always do some like practice independent time. I did this in 3rd grade, which obviously it'll look a little different in 1st grade. But I would give them like a math review worksheet one of the first days of school, and I would say, okay, we're gonna do this independent work time. I'd go over the routines and expectations for independent work time and talk about how we use time wisely and why it's gonna benefit them to use that time effectively, and go over all of that, let them practice, and then they'll eventually get the hang of it. But definitely just drilling into them those expectations of what independent time would look like, and also just telling them like what the benefits of using that time effectively is going to be. Like, if you're doing this, then you won't have to take it home for homework, and if you're using your time wisely, you won't have to do it later during a fun time. Just like giving them that real life, like if you're actually doing it how you're supposed to be, you won't be missing out on other things. it'll get them. It'll click. Next question is, how do you label / use the zip plastic organizers from Amazon? And I love these things. I'll put a picture if you don't know what I'm talking about, but I use these for so many things in my classroom. I use them for my bulletin board materials. I use them for games. I use them for centers. A lot of people use them for like board games. Instead of having like the big boxes of the things their board games go into, they just put it in these little pouches. That's how I use them. How I label them is I just like print it off on printer paper and I unzip it and I stick it right in the front of it. And you'll see the look of them. It kind of looks like I have it on the outside, but it really is on the inside. But since it's mesh, you can see through it and it is perfect. Classroom must-haves. I have an entire storefront that has a ton of must-haves, but I'll tell you like my top couple. Definitely a personal laminator. I have this Scotch laminator and I am so glad I got it. I really didn't think I needed it and then I got it and I do not regret it at all. Best $30 you'll spend. And then the pouches you do have to buy separately. I just put those on my wish list and I got a bunch gifted to my class, which was super helpful, and I have a ton left over still. I don't use mine all the time. Like I definitely will use the schools if like I can and if my assistant can. But anytime I'm like there by myself and I don't want to go heat it up, the schools and all of that, then I'll just use my personal one that's like in my classroom, and it's so nice to just have that. So definitely your personal laminator. I use a doorbell for my like class attention grabber, and I absolutely love that. I would say it's definitely a must-have. Another must-have I would say is a rolling cart. I have that beside my desk, and I use mine for my days of the week, and I put all of my plans in there. And so the week before, I just will put it in the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whichever section, whatever day we're doing that activity on, I should go ahead and put it in there. It helped me stay so organized all year, and it's just like super nice because you know where everything is, and it's like in a very nice, organized way, which is so nice. And so I love the rolling cart. And then one more thing, I guess the last thing I would say would be a good teacher bag. I have the Himawari one and I absolutely love it. It holds everything I need it to, and it's just super like sturdy and good quality. So I love that. It'll bring all of your stuff back and forth, and it's just super nice to have. This is a good one. How did you get your students to listen to you and follow the rules? I was really afraid that they would not listen to me, especially since I'm younger. I know if you're a young teacher, you feel the same way. Like, what if they don't respect me? What if they don't like look up to me? I don't know. But I had those same like worries, and I would definitely say just drilling in those rules and expectations. Every morning we would spend, especially the first month of school, we would spend the first 20 minutes of like after morning meeting, like going over our rules and expectations, playing charades. What should we do? What shouldn't we do? Like, how would this make you feel? How would this make you feel? Like, just all the different scenarios and games for classroom expectations and rules, drilling those in, and also standing by what you say. So if you say that, you know, you're going to get in trouble if you run in the hallway, make sure you follow through with that. And like, if somebody's running in the hallway, no matter who it is, whether it's your best student, whoever it is, do not hesitate. Don't try and like make up an excuse for why they shouldn't get in trouble. I do that a lot. I'm like, well, maybe this, like, well, they were rushing, like all these things. No, make it black and white, and that'll make it easier on you. And if somebody's running in the hallway, then unless it's an emergency, you know, like give them the consequence. That way they know that your words matter and that you're going to stick by what you said. So definitely do that. The next question is classroom management. So I got a bunch of these, so not one specific one, but classroom management tips, apps, all of that. So the app I use is Class Dojo. I absolutely love Class Dojo. Definitely check it out. If you have any specific questions on Class Dojo, feel free to DM me, but it's such a good way to communicate with the parents, to post pictures, to you can do like a random student selector. It like groups them for you. You can do attendance on there. There's so many amazing things about Class Dojo that I absolutely love. And I love that I can do the positive and negative little rewards. And it also just goes straight to the parent, and you can add a little note to them. And that way it's super simple, quick and easy, and you won't forget to do it later, like sending an email. So definitely use Class Dojo. My weekly motivators, I'm going to do a whole nother video on weekly motivators, and also follow my Instagram if you want to see all of those over there. And then as far as classroom management that I'm using this year, I love Secret Student, I love Desk Pets. I'm definitely going to use those two again, and then like I said, I'm going to use Class Dojo again because it's such a great way to communicate with parents and also track their behavior. So I somehow deleted the outro, but there were some of the questions I got. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment them down below or DM me on Instagram, and I would love to help in any way that I can. I by no means know everything. I'm only a second year teacher, but I love to tell you what worked for me and things that I liked doing and any tips and tricks. So hope you guys like this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and talk to you later.